Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, got one question for you. As we tune in once again to another episode of GOW, the Generation Wrestling Podcast, as always, is yours truly, the 29-year-old piece of gold, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the voice that get 'em moist, the GOW's resident tribal chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family, the host of all things, A.E. Dubsky. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K. Breezy, aka EC Resident Isaac Hayes. And I got one question for you.
What's good in the hood?
What's good in the hood, man? Oh, let me stop right there. Only in the GOW style, baby. What's good, man? What's good, man? You know, it's the block party, baby. You know what it is, man. You know, we about to end this thing out, man. We got the Rampage review. We already got a couple of matches that was already announced for Full Gear, man. Of course, we already know. We got championships. We got Hater versus Storm. We got Mox versus MJF. We got the Acclaim versus Swerve in Our Glory. And we got a fatal four-way. We got Claudio versus Sammy versus Brian Danielson versus Jericho for that Ring of Honor championship. And then we got the Eliminator tournament, which they actually got the names of it up. Hold on, wait a minute. They got the names of it up already? Hold on, wait a minute. I didn't even know they added all the names to it yet. Hold on one second. Let me take a peek at this real quick. Hold on, let me announce this tournament as we got it. Oh man, so it's gonna be we got Eddie Kingston versus Ethan Page. We got Bandito versus Roosh. We're gonna have Brian Cage going up against Dante Martin. Ooh, and then we got Lance Archer versus Ricky Starks. Ooh, okay. All right. I already know who my four I'm looking at to win. All right, cool. But bro, with that being said, what's good with you?
Man, bro, look, not a bad Friday. You know, SmackDown was cool. We got our prediction show in, and now we got the Gates of Agony versus that boy with them boys, Wardrobe. Dude, hey, solid. I know you and I, we were talking off the air about that boy, Shibata's sensual music, but he was anything but in the ring. So, but you know, this is your show. You know, I'm here.
Well, that's all good, Pimpin'. Well, with all that being said, bro, you said his name. We got that boy Shibata making his U.S. return in his third match. This is his third match since his surgery that he's had in 5 years. So the third match that he's going to have it against Orange Cassidy. It's his first match in the U.S. in 6 years. And you know what? And I wasn't mad about this match. I figured it would be a hey, Leo, you know what, like you, I enjoyed this Rampage too. It didn't seem to be clustered with a lot of wrestling. It seemed to be a good amount of wrestling, some good backstage stuff to build some stuff, and then some more good wrestling. But I did like the match, Shibata versus Orange Cassidy. I like, you know what, Shibata wasn't known it with Cassidy, man. He came out throwing them stiffs real early, and they just got right into it. But of course, man, Cassidy had to be himself, man. You know, he had to give him those lazy kicks. And Shibata let him get it off for a minute, but then he let him know, nah, boy, I'm coming to whoop that ass. And you know what? It had a bit of a slowdown moment, but they were working it. They were working this match. I didn't have a problem with it. I thought it was a good start to the show. What you think, man?
No, yeah, dude. So I was curious on how the styles was gonna mesh. You know,
they mesh well, very well.
It meshed perfectly. And you know what, bro? For 3 years, we've been clamoring for Orange Cassidy freshly squeezed to get a belt, any kind of belt at this damn point. Any belt would do, you know? And he got one. And goddamn, when I say this was a dream match, it was a dream match. It was good. And then to see Shibata doing what Shibata does, boy, hey, look, okay. So he was not on Orange Cassidy's shit. He let Orange Cassidy get his signatures off. But boy, when Orange Cassidy he hit that double chop, Shibata was like, oh, yeah, I'm about to tear. Pow! I'm like, damn, why you hit my man like that?
Hey, man, he wasn't playing, man. Hey, but that's that strong style. I like it. I've always respected that strong style, man. Oh, also, man, can't forget, man. Our boy Mike Tyson was on commentary for this match. Yeah. Hey, I gotta say, man, I like Mike on the commentary. Mike was cool on the commentary, man. You know, Right. He knew a little bit of stuff. He knew a little, he called it what he wanted to call it, but he knew what he was talking about, though, man. So,
Hey, did you hear when Shibata was loading up in the corner, getting ready to hit that strike in the corner? My son was like, "Oh shit!" But you could tell that that was a
yeah,
genuine like fan moment.
yeah, right. But it's like I said, it's Rampage. It's after 10 o'clock. Ain't
Yeah,
nobody on that shit. Nah,
yeah,
but
yeah.
no, man. I enjoyed it, and it was a cool way to start the show, man. So I definitely like that. Man, we got a Tony Storm promo. How she's disappointed in her friend that who her broke poor friend that she allowed to stay at her house with her during the pandemic. Jamie
Yeah,
Hayter. But she was very disappointed in her. But we find out they're going to face each other at Full Gear. Then, of course, we got the Blackpool Combat Club. Claudio and Brian Danielson won a rematch. Their former Ring of Honor champions. Rhea Regal tells Chris Jericho to pick a choice. We're going to get into that real second in a minute. But then we got Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter versus Madison Rain and Sky Blue. What you think of the match, man?
decent. It was decent. It was decent. Ever since Madison Rain got to AEW, I've been waiting for her to find that one person she has a decent match with, and it's not her fault. I mean, we all know Madison Rain can go. It's just unfortunately either the timing of the matches she really ain't got a lot of time in the ring with certain people, or certain people she's been in the ring with is just green and not really on her level.
Yeah.
And this, but that's the reason you got Madison Rain there. It's one of the coaches to help elevate some of the women who aren't quite there yet. As far as this match go, Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter showing off their unrivaled chemistry. I'm. It's like I hate to see them break up if they do indeed go in that direction because to me, Hayter and Baker, they got the best chemistry out of any of the tag teams in AEW, women wise. So
Right.
it's damn all right. Well, eh, I would hate to see it, but you ain't got women's tag team championships, so I guess it really don't matter if you break them up. But other than that, like I say, Sky Blue still blue's a little green, but she's something. She's something, right? She's got potential, so I give it that. And then of course, like I say, you got Madison Rain, the OG, the veteran. She went in there and she was just kind of in there just as that breath of experience. But we all know, man, at the end of the day, the major story was, of course, Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, Tony Storm, who ended up coming out post match. So that's what that was.
Oh, most definitely. But it's all right though. You got to have a little bit of momentum going into Full Gear, which we're going to get in a couple of weeks. Next up, man. So to kind of play off from the Blackpool promo, so Jericho's answer to that was, well, you know what, man? What if I got to make a choice? What if I do this? I know those guys don't. I don't think those guys like each other. I think those
Yeah,
guys have egos. Those guys can't stand to be in the ring with each other. So what happens if I choose both?
right.
What happens if I say I'll face the both of you? But the caveat is I'm going to add my boy Sammy Guevara, and which Sammy he digging it. He like, all right, cool. I got
Hell
an opportunity
yeah.
at a championship. But Jericho's thinking, well, you'll do the right thing, and Sammy's thinking, yeah, win the championship. And then of course Sammy says, then of course we got Sammy coming back a little later, saying, we're not gonna worry about it. The Ring of Honor Championship will stay in the JSA. And when someone says something like that, we all kind of know what that means. But uh bro, I want to get your thoughts before what Sammy said later. I want to get your thoughts on Jericho and what he said in this four-way match. Sammy, Jericho, Brian Danielson, Claudio, Ring of Honor Championship, Fatal Four Way. Man, what are your thoughts hearing that?
I mean, definitely a lot to unpack. But Jericho, he knows what he's doing, right? Jericho has been in this game for over 3 decades. Psychology. A lot of times, when it comes to wrestling, a lot of it's psychology. What can you make the fans feel? Planting the seeds, right? Easter eggs. I'm so glad you got it. You got me hip to that terminology. I'm a little nerd now. I like to use it whenever I can. Easter eggs, Easter eggs. I like to feel like I'm part of a crew, and I found my crew with the wrestling universe. Okay, uh, but yeah, okay, because you tying off first of all Jericho beat Claudio, right, and then you
Mhm.
got Danielson, who we all felt would have been the next one, but he wasn't. And Jericho beat him, and then you got Sammy Guevara, who hasn't really challenged for a world title. I don't think since I don't know if Sammy's ever challenged for a match
Uh,
in AEW. Has he? I don't think he's
I
even
think he
challenged
did
Randy
again.
Orton
I
yet.
think Moxley one time, but that was it.
Was it okay? So now you throwing in Sammy, who could do his thing, and now you're teasing the possible breakup or a rift in the Blackpool
The
Combat Club,
J, the J, that and the JSA.
right at the same damn time. Because my thing is this: yeah, I understand what Jericho's logic is. Okay, he got the young guy that's been loyal to him since day one. He won't turn on me. Plus, I can have him watch my back while I, in my mind, break up the Blackpool Combat Club. But then you got Sammy, who's looking like, dude, are you freaking kidding me? I'm about to be in the ring with Chris Jericho and you are ROH world champion and I got a chance to win. Yeah. We'll keep it in the family, but in the back of my mind, I'm gonna be the one to get it. So, but Jericho isn't thinking like that though. So it's like, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I'm liking
yeah,
where this is going. And then let's
yeah.
call it what it is. You're gonna have a great match. You got three all-star stellar talents, and then you got Sammy Guevara, who's a fourth, who really can
Who
go in
would
there.
damn show handle himself in this match?
Yeah, and Sammy ain't no slouch. I mean, yeah, he's young in comparison to everybody else. He's been around a little bit, but he's not as seasoned as a Chris Jericho, as a Claudio, as a Mox. So to go in there and see what he does in this match, kind of bring a different, style and swag to it. I'm actually very curious. I really do want to see this match, and I feel like it was the right call. You're not doing a one-on-one. You're doing a fatal four-way. You don't really see a lot of that in AEW. It's usually triple threats, trios, whatever. But hey,
Right.
let's get it. I'm ready.
For sure, man. Of course, and we talked about the Ricky Starks promo where he announced himself for the eliminated tournament. Then, of course, we got the Sammy Guevara. Now, of course, he had his promo, but before we got that, after we got the promo about the championship, he said, man, he wanted one more opportunity against the man that he almost beat, Brian Danielson, and he don't just want a regular match. This man wants a 2 out of 3 falls, so that way he can brag about that he beat Brian Danielson, the supposed best technical wrestler in the world today. He can say he beat that man twice in one night. Thoughts?
Somebody gonna get their ass kicked, and I'm all for it. Somebody getting their ass whooped. First of all, we talking about a 2 out of 3 falls match. Period. Somebody getting their ass beat. But then you already got Brian Danielson, who's one of the best strikers in the history of the game, submission specialist. And this boy, he has proven his sole goal when coming to AEW was to, I quote, kick some fucking heads off. So, all right, cool. That's what you want to do. All right, even if you get your 2 wins, your 2 out of 3, you still might not come out feeling like a champ or a winner after Brian Danielson get done with your ass. So, be that as it may, I expect a lot of violence.
Damn, Warlow is giving out a symphony of power bombs right now, and Joe is choking people out on the outside as Wardrobe just picked up the victory. Damn.
So, hey, I ain't been looking at the screen. I'm looking at it now, and all I see is Warlord just power bombing the shit out of this poor
And then you see Joe choking dude out on the outside. I like hell no, man. I like it. It's all right, no bad, no cool.
My
Well,
thing is, how
we
many
called up because we were at the main event.
my thing is, how many bumps do you have to take in training to be a wrestler to take that many damn power bombs and your back not be broke?
Hey, hey, you gotta learn how to fall.
Because
Powerhouse
Warlord
Hobbs.
power bombed
Okay, Hobbs. Hobbs wants one of them TV championships. He wants one of them
powerhouse
TV
Gary Russell.
championships. Uh oh,
Put, put,
Joe.
put,
Uh
put.
oh,
I
Joe.
like
Joe a
this.
little upset. Joe a little upset that Warlow pushed him to the side.
Hey, the funny thing is, looking at Powerhouse Hobbs Titantron, when he come out, the first thing he says is, I break backs. I don't know why.
Right. I break backs. Like hell, hell no. Like who the hell is this coming out and what they
Hey,
about to do?
right. That sounds like a tagline for a prison documentary.
All right. Like wait a minute. Oh wait a minute. Hold on. I break backs. Yeah.
The breaker of backs.
The powerhouse Hobbs story. Hell no, man.
He's a
Oh
back
shit.
breaking maniac.
He's a maniac in the prison. Nah. All right, we're gonna chill.
Prison guard.
Oh shit.
See
Oh
you.
man, you wildin'. You wildin', baby. But nah, man,
Hey, I was just playing.
not a
Hey,
bad little
first
tag
of all,
match.
hey, I fuck with Powerhouse Hobbs, man. Hey, don't whoop my
No, for real. Just making the fan of the day. No. But
ass.
I'm glad he's back. You know, He's finally elevated himself, and he can be the powerhouse that he. No pun intended. He can truly
No,
be
no,
the
no, no.
powerhouse that
He's the,
that we
he's the
know he can be.
powerhouse.
The powerhouse Hobbs that we know he can be. And obviously he's aiming high because he wants a championship, and he's got a
Yeah.
nice opportunity between the two guys that were standing in the ring, and Samoa Joe and Warlow. All right, bro. So that was Rampage. Like Leo said, man, this was an enjoyable Rampage.
Yes, it
You had a
was.
few matches. But not you had a couple of matches, some good promos. You got some Easter eggs being thrown out there for the pay-per-view on a few shenanigan things that could happen. We got the eliminator tournament, we got the tag team championships, we got the intro championship, we got the uh, Ring of Honor championship, we got the AEW championship so far. So far, man, Tony Khan, he's doing what he do. He's reaching in his bag, and he's put together another solid pay-per-view. uh, any hidden prediction thoughts that you may have for this upcoming pay per view?
As long as my girl Saraya get in that ring and do what it do, baby. Hey, look, that's all I'm waiting on. I just want
Well, we're
Saraya,
gonna find out next week.
you know what I'm saying, do what she do. But other than that, man, I mean, look, dude, I have yet to see, and I'm gonna knock on wood, I have yet to see a bad AEW pay per view. In its 3 years of existence, we had some pay per views that weren't quite as like the best, right? But I have
Because
not
of what happened in the last one, right?
Yeah, but I have now. I can't sit here and say I witnessed a bad AEW pay per view. So I'm gonna trust the process. I'm gonna trust what Tony Khan's got in the store. I will say, you said a hidden prediction. I am predicting the elite makes their return.
Mm, that too. I can see that. I can definitely see that. All right, man. Well, shit, the elite. I bet. Well, bro, man, look here, man. The block party has come to an end, man. We got our predictions in. We did our SmackDown thing. We got our Rampage on,
Yeah,
bro. We got Crown Jewel tomorrow, but because it's coming on at 12 noon, we'll both be at work. I doubt if we make it in time to do a live show. So we will definitely have our predictions. I'm not predictions. We'll definitely have our review of Crown Jewel once we're able to fully watch the pay per view. Then we'll sit down, man, and we'll go through it, man. We're gonna take our time. We ain't gonna rush. We gonna take our time. We're gonna talk about everything that happened. But other than that, man, hey, it's been a pleasure as always, bro. I'll catch you in the AM. Any parting words, and then you can send us home.
well, I just seen their recent score of the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Detroit Pistons, and all I gotta say is, as they went on ahead and laid the smackdown 112-88, as them boys is
And
officially 7-1. Woo!
damn, and that's without Garland and Mitchell, because I don't think they neither one of them played tonight. So
Neither
you
one
mean
of
we did that without both of them? Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. That's
them.
real nice.
Yeah, they
That's
looking
real nice.
they looking good, man. They looking good. They looking good. So I had to shout
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to
out.
get too far. It's still early though. It's still
Oh, it's
early.
still early.
I want
It's
I,
still
I
early.
want them to go through their little losing streak now and get it out the way so they can rebuild themselves up and get ready for the playoffs.
Hey man, according to the news, I'm gonna just say this: with our current squad, they said we got a death lineup, and you know that's great news. When you hear that we got a death lineup, our starting five is full of killers. But hey, that's a subject for another day, ladies
All right,
and
for sure.
gentlemen. As always, it's yours truly, the 29-year-old piece of gold, the host of all things AEW. Woo! My boy, King
What up,
Tuco.
though?
Like he said, man,
What it
tomorrow
do?
we'll be here live and direct after Crown Jewel, most likely, because like he said, we already got other things to do. But
Right.
hey, we both got to get up. We got to hit the
Right.
9 to 5. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW. He is the host with the most and one of the greatest to ever do it. That's King Two Cole. I'm just his honorary brother on the other side of the mic for the night at a 29
Stop
year
it.
old piece of gold.
Stop it, man. Stop it, man. Stop it.
and, and as he's being bashful, I won't be. We'll see y'all when we see you. And that's the bottom line because the GOW says so. Peace.